When people say that the Austin real estate market is hot, they don't mean just hot. They mean unprecedented and crazy in many ways. There is such demand for homes that people are actually putting $100,000, $200,000 bids over the asking price without even getting an inspection. Is that smart? Well, we're going to meet one real estate broker who says, oh, we might need to slow down on that madness. Joining me now is Heather Hudson. This is really kind of a stressful market because home buyers are excited to move to Austin, but there's not a whole lot to buy and they have to compete for it. Why is the market like this?
This market is out of control. I was just talking to some agents yesterday about us never seeing anything like this. Seeing buyers take risks they've never taken before, waiving their option to get an inspection on a home, putting down so much earnest money when you used to put down 1%. We're seeing people put 10%, even more than that down, which means that if they were to back out of that contract, they lose that money. It's not protected by an option period. I think what's happening is they are saying, you know what, if I'm willing to spend $200,000 over the list price, or 100, or 50, or 20, whatever that might be, the cost of like the worst case scenario repair is really minor. So that's the only reason I feel that buyers feel comfortable with that. They're buying them from other states without ever stepping foot in the home. They're buying them virtually. We have really amazing photography options with Matterport photography, where you can literally zoom through a home. You're in control, so you can look up, you can look down, you can look at the baseboards, anything you want, but that's not like being in it.
Scary indeed, because you can't look inside the walls with those virtual tours. Well, coming up, Heather Hudson has a buyer's peace of mind plan that she's putting to work on this very house right here. Coming up. In this frenzied market where buyers are coming in making $100,000, $200,000 over list price offers and not even having time to order up an inspection, Heather Hudson, broker at the Austin Residential Group at Compass, has a plan. You say, okay, we don't necessarily have the time to order up that inspection. I want to do more and I want to do it in advance. Tell us about that.
That's right. So when I'm representing a buyer, we normally will get a home inspection. And in the normal market, we'd usually have time if the home inspector, who usually knows a little bit about a lot of things, but he's not an expert at any one thing. Not only are we maybe looking at a 1, 2, 3 day option period, we have buyers that are not even paying to have an option period, showing that they're willing to roll the dice and buy the home and put all their earnest money at risk.
Roll the dice. Now, so what have you done? Tell us about this house.
So the house was built in 1984. We're in Lost Creek neighborhood. This is an 80s neighborhood. So all of these homes in 2021, they're at this point where different systems are starting to show their age. Before we go on market, I have a master electrician that comes out. He will do a complete assessment on the home inside and out. He'll put that together in a report and he'll give a bid to my seller on how much that will cost. Flip the page, that's in here. Next, we have a roofer. My roofer comes out, does the same exact thing, does an assessment, does a quote. Next, plumber, AC, anything that we have that is of concern for that particular property.
So Heather, you're also making some pretty big cosmetic changes on this house. What are you doing?
So in this home, first, it's all about first impressions with me. You only have one chance to make a first impression. We had the landscapers ripping out some plants. Of course, we just had the freeze, so some of the plants I had intended on staying here are now gone. So they're doing a refresh. They're going to put in new plants and put in bark mulch. I have changed out the backsplash in the kitchen, which was very reminiscent of the 80s. And we've also done the same thing on the fireplace. We've given it design flair instead of it just being a fixture on the side of the living room. Then in the upstairs guest, that's where the real exciting part is happening. I've completely gutted it. We're keeping the tub, the toilet, and the cabinets. We're getting new counters, plumbing fixtures, lighting.
So Heather, this home isn't even on the market yet. You don't want to let the floodgates open just yet. But you'll print up a book similar to this one, and when the buyers come along, they're going to get this book, and in that is going to be, as you said, the assessment.
Absolutely.
In addition to that, you've already done all the improvements. So I guess my last question is, how the heck Do you pay for it, and who pays for it? We'll have that answer coming up in just a bit. As we've learned in a hot real estate market, sometimes buyers will come in and make these ridiculous, overpriced offers without even asking for a home inspection because there's just no time. Well, we're with Heather Hudson, who we've seen her plan to give peace of mind to buyers by preemptively coming in and doing assessments. Okay, so you've done a lot of work, tens of thousands of dollars on this home.
You would think.
Ah,
Not that much.
so tell us your secret. And I mean, who pays for this? Is it the seller who pays for it, or?
As far as who pays, typically for me, my clients, the seller actually does take on the expenses of the remodels or repairs, but it's not necessary. And this is what's really actually exciting. I have moved my brokerage over to Compass, and Compass is a huge national brokerage which offers something called Compass Concierge. What that is the ability for a homeowner to qualify for up to $50,000. It's 0% interest for 6 months. I do most of my remodels and updates in 2 weeks. So we're gonna be on the market within a month of you saying, yes, let's do this, Heather. So you've got plenty of time because most homes are selling in 2 weeks to 45 days max. So the program allows you to do repairs. You can actually buy furniture for your next home that we use here for staging. It is exciting, and it's an opportunity that not all brokerages have, and I love to be able to offer that, especially to this particular homeowner who is an original owner of a 1980s home. That maybe is something that would be of real value to them, so they don't have to take money out of their savings.
Heather, devil's advocate here. It's a hot market. I don't want to put a dime in. I just want to put it on the market and you make me a ton of money. What would you say to that? You say no.
You are putting your house on the market because you want to make money in a hot market. So why not do a little extra? You're going to see a huge return on that investment. And normally my investments are less than $20,000, maybe average $10,000 to $12,000 on what a homeowner is putting into their home. We're getting way more than that, 5 times that, and sometimes more. It's such a smart idea. Do not just stick a for sale sign in your front yard. You're gonna make money, you will, but I can make you a whole lot more.